Hey guys, today we're going to be scrapping a flat screen TV. Now I'm going to take out some parts of this video just because I know you guys know how to take out screws and stuff, but step one is always cut this power cord right here, so we want to do that right away. And currently this stuff is going for 40 cents a pound. Make sure you take off the brass prong right here, the brass plug-in right here, and you can actually get the brass out of there if you wiggle it out. Let me just show you really quick. There we go. See, that's brass right there. It's got a nickel coating on it, but if you can see, it does have a little bit of yellow underneath, so that means it's brass. So let me see if I can get the other one right here. Sometimes they can be difficult, especially on the wrist. See if I can get it. I usually just try to get the entire thing out. Sometimes we'll end up just breaking it open. See, I think, yeah, broke it. But still, got some brass prongs right here. As I said, so I know some people don't do this just because it's not worth it to them. It's only a couple of pieces, but I do it. They do build up after a while, and you can get a decent price on this. Because this right now is 40 cents a pound, and I know it could be better. So I'm going to hold on to my wire and brass. Anything with copper or brass in it, definitely. As for the flat screen TV, we're going to do a lot of unscrewing. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, but I'm going to speed the video and get to where we're actually taking it off. Because I know there's circuit boards in there, and there's a lot about circuit boards. So I'm going to take it off real quick and see you in a bit. Okay. All of the screws are out. Just gotta pop this open. Hopefully it comes off easy. Oh yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in here, guys. Just a second. Yep, got circuit boards, wires, all sorts of neat stuff. I'm actually gonna zoom in a little bit. So you can see copper extrusion aluminum, 50 cents a pound on that. That's not extrusion. Got more extrusion right here. Nice wires, nice beautiful wires everywhere. Mid-grade circuit board, and there's gold right there, so that's nice. Okay. A little bit of plastic on the back. No problem. This is a low-grade circuit board, and because it has a lot of aluminum on it, no gold really, yeah, no gold whatsoever. A lot of aluminum capacitors. There are actually 3 transformers on here. I did not see that firsthand. Those are transformers actually. They weren't sticking out, so I was like, no transformers, but we do have some transformers on there. Everything else is basically garbage. You can get these at my scrapyard. You can just turn it in like this, 30 cents a pound. But I know you can get more these transformers if you turn them in at the right time. So you definitely want to take all this stuff off, including the extrusion aluminum, which is 50 cents a pound. Makes sense taking them off, right? So be taking this one apart. We got the mid-grade down there. It doesn't have any goodies on it that we can take off really, or bother to take off. But definitely want to take it off the TV and just put it in my board pile. And everything else, we got a very high-grade board right there with gold all up and down it. Definitely want to take that one off and save it up. And we got low-grade wires, 35% wires, because they're tin-coated, you know, and they're 35%. Let me show you. Okay, so these ones, they're low-grade wires, the junk wire. They've only got 35% copper in there. The rest is just going to be like wire and stuff like that. So just cut off a little tape. Whoops. Got another wire there. Just want to clip that off right there. Not left-handed, so that I believe is communication wire. we'll see what they say at the scrapyard, but I'm gonna put it in there for now. These do need to get cleaned up a little bit because they have plastic ends. We definitely want to get rid of those. Okay, there's a little bit of wire on there, so I want to clean that up. But everything else is trash, basically. Got a little bit of wire. It's getting pretty filled up. I'm actually surprised, but we'll see what we get. As far as these go, this one doesn't look too hard to take off. Whoops, you guys see that? Be careful. Okay. Let's see about taking these pieces of extrusion off real quick. May not work very well, but I'm pretty sure we can get these things off in one piece. And I'm not really worried about these low-grade boards. I know one yard that takes them as tin shreds, so if they get so damaged that the other yard's like, I don't want these, I can always turn them into that other yard, which I usually go to for all my ferrous, the rest of the tin shred, because right now they're offering the best prices in the valley, and they're offering like $70 a ton. That's actually the best price you're going to get in the valley for tin shred. So I guess the demand's not very high here. Got really, really low prices. There we go. Piece of extrusion needs to be cleaned up though. Okay. Piece of cleaned extrusion aluminum. Okay guys, I'm going to be trying to get off these transformers here. They are pretty low to the board, but you can pry them off, and I get 30 cents a pound for these transformers, so definitely worth saving, and they do build up after some time, so it's definitely worth saving. I just have a bucket for my motors and whatnot over there. I don't separate them until I'm ready to turn them in, because the low-grade motors are going to be like 10 cents a pound. What'd you find? Yeah, DC Bros just found some, I think that's copper right there, but there's like gold all the way up and down this thing. But it's going to be harder to get the rest of this stuff off. Yeah. Another what? Yeah, it would be mid-grade. I just mix them all together now. So another transformer. Silver? Yeah, this entire piece of tape right here is silver. The entire thing. So I usually just save them in a bag or whatever. But it takes a while for them to add up. These are worth something. Huh? See about yanking this one off. Okay, let's start with this one right here. Okay, this dude just needs to be smashed open, so just gonna get a hammer real quick. Oh, we're getting blurry. There we go. Focused out. Okay, got the plastic off. and broken to pieces. So these do have a decent amount of copper on them. I'm just waving it around. Okay, there we go. There's the copper. Let's see about doing this one right here. Nice. Piece of, what do they call it? They call it ferrite. I think that they call it ferrite or something. I know people throw this in tin shreds, so you can probably do that. I don't usually bother with it.
What these screws in tin shred too?
The screws? No. Because if we throw them at the scrap yard, you know, in the pile, we'd be getting people's tires and stuff. So, for the copper bucket. And well, we still got to get that other copper piece off, but let me see about these. Oh, those are actually magnetic, so that means they're pieces of steel. We do not want to get those off. They're just not worth taking apart. Okay, same thing with this one over here. There we go. So, GC Bros has just got the high grade board out, and it's very flimsy, so I'm going to try and get all that junk off of it. So yeah, it has a lot of gold on it. Whoa! Okay, so there wasn't too much on that board. There wasn't too much on the TV, so I know a lot of people don't like to scrap these just because there isn't very much to them. These speakers, actually, they can pass as tin shred, so definitely want to break those off. But I know a lot of people, a lot of scrappers, they don't usually scrap TVs because there isn't a whole lot in there. Sometimes you do get lucky and you do get like really good finds, but unless you're a really big fan of circuit boards and stuff like that, probably isn't worth your time taking them apart. But I do it for the fun of it. I really like to do it. I know some people just think it's a waste of time. I know there are some really good points behind that as well. But with this one, we may be able to take off this entire piece of metal right here. So I want to see if I can break it off, because the screen is not huge. It's just this tiny thing right here. If we peel back all these layers, we can get to that, and I want to make sure. I wonder what that is. Pretty sure it's just steel, but yeah, it's just steel, you know, tin shred. But definitely want to take it off at least try, you know. So I'm gonna try and see what we get. Like I said, all those wires, 40%, put them in here. Shoot, forgot to clean this one up. Make sure they're all clean, you know. All that plastic is gone. So, boom. It's getting pretty heavy. Alright, well, let's see if I can do it. Whoa! Pretty cool stuff there. The rest of this looks like paper. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't take this off. Maybe the scrap yard will allow me to do this. You know what, they're probably fine. It's just a piece of paper. The rest of this is metal. So, yeah, that's a nice piece of tin shred. So, I'd say it's worth it to pick these things up, because if you got that much metal on them, definitely worth it. Gotta go put this out back now. We're gonna need a bigger truck. Deal with that later. Yeah, the scrap pile is getting very big. TV, dryer, water heater, all that good stuff. Probably like 500 pounds in there. Okay. But that is literally about it. So everything else got scrapped. The only things that are going to the landfill will be, oh shoot, see that? Sorry, I have ADHD. Anyway, so the only things that will be going to the scrap or going to the landfill will be these smaller screens and that glass screen and this piece of plastic. That could go in his tin shred, or maybe not. These little chips ought to be worth something. But yeah, literally saved a lot of that stuff. Everything else went into circuit boards, and yeah, that's basically it. And if you're interested in scrapping more of these electronics, like flat screen TVs, cathode ray TVs, check out my other videos, or check out Tin Man Scrapper's videos. He does a very good job explaining what's worth your time and what isn't, and how you get to those goodies. And Thumbprint makes some pretty good videos about that as well. And I'll leave you guys the channel links in the description below. And yep, see you guys later. Keep on scrapping.